Alright, so this is my Instagram account at 244,000 followers. Then this is my TikTok account at 1.3 million followers. And this is my YouTube account at 278,000 subscribers. Now, the only reason why I'm telling you this is to prove my credibility and know that what I'm going to share in this video is going to be insane value that you're getting for free. And by the way, in this video, I'll be not selling you anything, so you can watch it peacefully. Now, first thing first, when it comes to growing on Instagram, a lot of people ask the wrong questions. They ask things like, when should I post? How many times should I post? How does the algorithm work? Or even worse, what hashtag should I use? And I see a lot of people doing that. But here's the thing. When I posted all these videos, which has done over 1 million views, none of them were posted on the same time. None of them had hashtags like all the mega viral. I did have some few hashtags, but it was not optimized for hashtags. And also, it never was about trying to crack the algorithm. I just followed a specific framework when it came to scripting the videos that allowed me to get views like this. And in a bit, I'll be sharing you exactly my whole methodology, or let's say my framework when it comes to scripting short content. So you can use the exact same kind of framework and go from 0 to 100,000 followers in 12 months. And as you can see, I've done this not just once, I've done it repeatedly. These are just some of the videos that I managed to get some screenshots of. These were on TikTok 3.2, 5.3, 5.6. These were on Instagram 1.4, 1.3, 1.1, 3.3. Even if you go recently on my TikTok, I think the last video I posted has done 261,000. Then when I go to Instagram, I can't see because I'm not logged in, but you can go check it out. Anyway, I'm going to now give you the exact framework that I have used for scripting, or I wouldn't say necessarily just scripting. I'm going to give you my entire video creation process. And just to give an idea of how many views I've got in total, I have generated over 250 million views organically and over 1.5 million followers across all my social media. Now, in order for you to understand this properly, I'm going to go through this PowerPoint, which, by the way, I did this entire presentation to an audience in person that paid around £100 each, and there were around 100 people in the room. So in total, the combined value of people who came to watch me give this presentation was £10,000, so around $15,000 or $12,000. So what I'm about to share is going to be super valuable, and make sure you take some notes because you will only get results if you actually apply what I'm going to tell you. All right, so I'm going to start with halfway because everything above is pointless. I will actually leave the link in the description where you can get access to the entire presentation I did live, where I've gone through everything. So if you do want to watch the whole thing, you can just go in the description and start watching it. But anyway, let's start off with this, which is that 50% of a viral video is based on great idea plus great script plus planning. However, 25% is delivery and 25% is editing. So now this is my entire 250 million views video creation process, and I'm going to break it down in 5 simple stages. First one's going to be idea generation, next one's going to be scripting, third one's going to be planning, fourth one's going to be delivery, and fifth one's editing. Now each of these things are important because one without another is not going to help you make a viral video. And by the way, one video is all it takes for you to go from 0 to 100k followers. I have had 2 videos that's got me over 100k followers in just by posting those 2 videos. So that's how crazy growth you can get if you just follow the exact framework I'm going to share with you. So first one is idea generation. Now, before you start generating ideas, the first thing you want to make sure you do is create content buckets. Content buckets is basically categories / topics that you want to discuss. So for me, it's entrepreneurship, personal growth, Amazon FBA, side hustle, and content creation. Then once you have the content bucket, now it's time to generate ideas. Now this, what you see right now, is my idea generation machine, which again you can fully copy, take what works for you and discard the things that don't. If you hear some background noises, it's because there is a car outside which is annoying the hell out of me, but we'll continue. So the idea generation machine has 2 branches. The first one is capturing ideas, and the second one is generating ideas. First, we'll go over capturing ideas, and I'm going to go over the first one, which is the eureka moments. So eureka moments are basically moments when you're going for a walk, or you're just sitting down, or you're in your shower, and an idea pops up in your mind. Now the thing is, David Allen, he's a author for the book Get Things Done, I think so, or something around productivity, but he has a famous quote: your mind is for having ideas, not holding them. So whenever you get an idea, just put it down on a piece of paper, because that idea will be gone from your head. So that is just an idea that you generated by having a eureka moment. Then, as you can see, this is just you noting it down as soon as you get an idea. So that's the eureka moment. The next one is knowledge database. You need to basically create a list of Instagram accounts, YouTube accounts, or newsletters that you are consuming, and whenever you are consuming them, you will be able to get inspired by those ideas and put them down in a piece of paper again, or a Notion document, whatever you use, in order for you to actually have a database of ideas that you can just go to. Then the last one is steal like an artist, which is again, I'm going to put this quote, which is that nothing is original. The writer Jonathan Lethem has said that when people call something original, 9 out of 10 times they don't know the reference to the original source involved. And I think it's so true, because most people try and be original, and that is the number one reason why you will never get to 100k followers, but you will struggle, and it will take you a lot more longer than it should take you to get to 0 to 100k. And I feel like anyone can get to 0 to 100k in 12 months or less if you just kind of have the right framework in place, which is what I'm showing you. But anyway, next one is who should you steal from? I think I covered this just right now. You can steal from all your competitors, people who create content similar to you, and then you can just simply start looking at the videos that's worked for them, the ones that have got millions of views. You can just start taking them, and then you will follow the framework that I'll give you. So the next part of the idea generation machine is generation. So you now know how to capture ideas. So you can follow these 3 methods. In order to generate ideas, you can first use headline templates. So headline templates is basically this. As you can see, you can create templates for your content. For example, if you just want to create let's say your content bucket is fitness, then you can be like 7 ways to get abs without spending hours working out. It's basically, you can replace this and this with anything in fitness, and you will be able to have so many ideas. Another thing could be 7 ways to build muscle without eating a lot of food. 7 ways to lose fat without going to the gym. You can see what I'm doing, right? You can literally create endless ideas from just headline templates. Then, by the way, if you want this, the reason why it's framed in this way, because I was doing a live presentation, but I did give them all this headline templates, so you can take a screenshot of all this if you want. I still have a few more as well. So if you're done, next, this is right here, and then one more, as you can see, this one here. So you have a lot of headline ideas now to go through, and you can simply pick one, whatever you want to use. Again, use what you want, discard the rest. Okay, that was headline templates. Next is content tree. One of my favorite things, by the way. Content tree is basically you pick a topic. Let's say the topic again is fitness. Now, ideally, what I would recommend is within fitness, note down every topic within fitness you want to talk about. Let's say you want to talk about specifically yoga, mindset, and yoga, food, and dieting. Food and dieting is the same thing, but let's say yoga is your topic. Then you're going to go into a this is what I just told you. So go from fitness to go to subtopics, and then from there, for each of these subtopics, you can even go further down as well. You can literally go to subtopics and then get even more ideas. So let's say yoga is your first subtopic. So it's going to be, first one is going to be mistakes. So you need to go to Google and find common mistakes that you would already know, because you're interested in yoga, you have the knowledge for yoga. So now you're going to simply go ahead and find a beginner's mistake that you are making when it comes to yoga. Or the other one can be 7 yoga tips that every beginner should know. Here's a step-by-step guide of how to do yoga. Then your personal stories of like, have you started doing yoga? Then it could be a question, have you ever tried yoga instead of going to the gym? Or misconceptions. These are the things that people believe what yoga is, but in reality it's this. So something along those lines, which will allow you to, what I just said were hooks for each of these, and then you can expand the video itself, which again, I'll tell you exactly how to expand the video in a strategic way to get as much retention as possible so the video can reach to more people. But anyway, this was content tree that will help you generate more ideas. This is an example, by the way. For example, it could be your subtopic can be, main topic can be personal finance, then investing, budgeting and taxes, and then you can go down that. And the last one is ChatGPT. Now remember, with ChatGPT, generic prompts will give you generic ideas. So if you want to get really good ideas, you have to be really clear, really specific, and really descriptive. At the moment, when it comes to my YouTube videos, the last 4 scripts I have done for YouTube were all done using ChatGPT, and the prompts that I use for ChatGPT are like 5 pages long each. So that's how specific you have to be if you actually want good ideas. Now here's a example prompt. I wouldn't necessarily say just use this exact one. You can create your own prompt by just learning how to create a good prompt as well. So here's an example prompt. So instead of just saying, hey, give me some crazy hook ideas, you're going to write, I'm going to train you on a model for writing crazy hook. A crazy hook has 5 fundamental pieces. Besides each piece, I'm going to give you some examples so you can learn from. This will actually, so the whole purpose of a good prompt is you first give it some knowledge to look at. Then you tell that ChatGPT is that, hey, I want you to learn from this. Look at what is the framework that is used for these hooks, and then create a detailed prompt that I can use to create more hooks like this. And from there, you can kind of keep refining the prompt and you will get the exact prompt that you're looking for. But anyway, that's the idea generation machine. Now, coming up with ideas is easy as hell, but coming up with great ideas is harder. So when you go through the idea generation machine, you can come up with hundreds of ideas, but not all ideas will do well. So remember, the difference between a 100,000 view video and a 1 million view video is how good the idea itself is. So the goal, a great idea is nothing without the right scripting structure. But I'll add another thing which I forgot to add here, is that when you do have those hundreds of ideas, the way you find those good ideas from there as well is by validating them. So the way you can validate an idea is take the exact topic / idea that you're going to make a video about. Let's say you're going to make a video around why yoga is unhealthy. Now, this itself, that's an idea that you think you want to produce, but go check on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube and just paste that idea and see if there are other videos similar or the exact same that people have created and it has got attraction. If it did, then you know it's a validated idea. Now anyway, let's continue. Now we're going to go with script, because remember, a great idea is nothing without the right scripting structure. So when it comes to the scripting structure, the most common scripting structure known out there is hook, value, and a call to action. Now that is great for beginners, but if you want to go from 0 to 100k in 12 months, this is a scripting structure that you must follow. First is pick a video format. Now a video format there are multiple video formats. First one is a listicle. For example, 3 steps, 3 things, 3 habits, 3 reasons. That's a listicle format. Second one is self-named formula / framework. So for example, this entire thing, when I started it, I named it as it's my 250 million views video creation process. I could have just said it as here's my video creation process. But when I self-name a framework or a formula, it sounds more curious, like it creates more curiosity. That's the reason. That's the second thing. The third one, it should be 3, I don't know why, is story. So for example, if you have again, let's go back to yoga. You can start the video like, I was fat, unfit, and unhealthy. I tried going to the gym so many times, but eventually nothing worked out, and I ended up going with my friend to a yoga class, and that's when my life completely changed. So now we're going into a story from just a generic like video idea, if that makes sense. So that's another video format. And then you need to also pick a video style. So you can deliver the same video format in multiple ways. You can do it in a conversation style. You can do it in the direct to camera style. You can do it in a skit format. You can do it in a podcast format. So you just put your camera on the side and then you're just talking as if you're talking to a person. You can do it in a vlog format. You can do it in a voiceover, or you can do it animated. So these are all the video formats. Not all. There are multiple other video formats as well, but this is the video style. And it's the video styles. Now, the next phase is the hook. So remember, the goal of a hook is to spark curiosity. So there are 7 main types of hooks that you can go with. The first one is a controversial / unconventional statement. So for example, reading books is a waste of time. This straight away is sort of controversial, but like most millionaires tell you to read books, and now you're telling me reading books is a waste of time. How? So that's the first thing. Second type of hook is ask a curiosity sparking question. Would you spend your life living every day with the same clothes? Again, it's like, would I? Why is he asking? Something along those lines. Then a crazy slash surprising fact. So there are over 129 million books in existence, but these 3 are the top 8 you must read in this lifetime. Okay, this is a crazy fact, and it gets me right into the video straight away, because you're like, there's this many, and this guy's talking about only 8 books that will actually help me and I should read. What are these? Then fourth hook is spark imagination. So you could be like, imagine you could make $250,000 or pounds in 30 seconds. Well, I could have if I didn't make this mistake when building my company. Remember, the hooks are basically for any ideas. You can choose any hook that you think will go really well. One thing you can also try is, I have tried as well, I would try 2 hooks for the same video, and I would post it across 2 or like between. So I'll post one this week, and then I'll wait for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll post that one. You can do that again with 3 or 4 different hooks for the same video as well, and keep posting it. I have seen a friend of mine who actually got, on one video, he got 4,000 views on TikTok, and then he used the same video, but he changed the hook to something to do with his wife, and that video got 4 million views. 4,000 to 4 million. So that's how powerful that is. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these other hooks. They're pretty self-explanatory, because I've literally added examples as well. And by the way, this is me. I have added these examples by myself as well. So that's the hook. That's the second part of this entire scripting structure. Next one is the retention hacker. I feel like not many people on the internet, especially in this creative world, talks about, because everyone here just gets few followers by talking about how to grow when they themselves are trying to grow. So I feel like not many people understand this really well. But the retention hacker is what builds curiosity. So I feel like the retention hacker is more important than the actual hook, because it's easy to hook someone for 3 seconds, but it's even harder to hook someone for the next 3 seconds. So that's why it's super important you add this to your video. So retention hacker can be just a related fun fact. So for example, if your hook starts with 8 books you must read in 2024, and then this is the retention hacker. By the way, did you know the average broke person only reads 1 book per day? So you better read these. That's a related fun fact. Then add incentive to stick till the end. So you could be like, 8 books you must read in 2024. Now retention hacker is right here. The last one is so good, it's banned in prison. You see, like I'm creating, or I'm building that curiosity from just the hook itself as well. Then you ask a question like, have you read any of these? And then related story. This is coming from a guy who hates reading. Again, this is me adding relatable story. And then credibility. I literally went from being £4,000 in debt to making £10,000 per month after reading these 8 books. That just builds credibility and makes someone watch the entire video. Now, next part is delivering the value itself. So what you want to do is deliver what you promised in the hook. Make sure you do this. However, the key, and I think I'm going to share it in a bit, but the key to delivering value is delay the part where you're going to give out the actual value as late as possible. So for example, if a video did start with 4 books that you want to, I mean, as you can see, like when I did give an example of 4 books you must read in 2024, and the last one is so good it's banned in prison. So they're firstly going to wait for the last one, and I've kept it last intentionally because that is what's going to get me the retention. You want to wait at least 70% into the video and then deliver the actual value that will give them or fulfill the promise that you made in the actual hook as well. And then the call to action. So first one can be, you can ask for a follow, like, share, comment, whatever you want. The second one, you could plug in your product, services, newsletter. Third one, which I believe is one of the best ways if you actually want to build a good personal brand, is add a joke. So like, drop a follow for more these nuts, something along those lines. Just the last one is add a question. Who's your favorite money guru? So you can just get someone to comment there as well. Now that was scripting. The third one is planning. So good planning is the 20% effort that adds 80% of the value to a video. The 80-20 rule, right? It's just that little bit of extra work that takes, but it will make your video 80 times more better. So first thing you have to plan is the video location. Where do you want to shoot it? Do you want to shoot it straight with the camera? Do you want to do it as a kind of shoot at your home? And if it's a day in the life, you have to plan that, all the locations. Or if you want to do on a whiteboard, choose. Then video props. Make sure video props do really spark curiosity in itself. So just adding a video prop is so much better. So just try and figure out what you can add in that video, and then just go ahead and do that. Next thing is video B-rolls. You can plan these as well, because remember, a video which is just bland gets no views, because there is so many other videos that are being posted that if your video doesn't stand out, no one's going to watch it. Now that was planning. The fourth is delivery. So the way I like to record is I record one line at a time. I would record one line, then go back to the script, read the next script, and then I would record it as well. And I don't talk to the camera. I talk louder than usual, and I talk as if I'm talking to my friend. I would first close my eyes and try and imagine a person I would talk to normally, and then I would just start talking to them. And then I flow my next line with the last line. This is important. So the way you can do that is that, let's say your next line, we'll go back to the video of like these are 3 books you should read in 2024. Now, once I paused here, in order to make the next line flow, I'm going to look at, okay, cool, the next line is, the last one so good is Banned in Prison. So I'm going to be like, these are the best 3 books you should read in 2024. The last one is so good, it's Banned in Prison. So now do you get, like, when the editor even makes a cut, it sounds and flows as if it was part, like I said it all together. Or if you can't say the whole thing together, then just try and say it in your mind and then deliver it, so then at least you know what tone to take the actual flow in. And the last thing is editing. Background music should match the vibe of the video. I see so many people just add a random background music. Trust me, it's not going to add any value to your video. You must add something that creates the feeling / emotion that you want to show from that video. So if it doesn't, just don't add the music. It's simple as that. Bad music can basically ruin your entire video. Next one, sound effect. Again, don't add random sound effects. Only add sound effects which are subtle and creates the right emotion and feelings and how you want your video to be visualized. Only use those sound effects. You can tell that to your editor. A good editor will know that. Now, this is one of the most important cuts you will ever learn in your entire content creation journey, which is a J-cut. A J-cut is basically when the audio of the next clip comes before the actual clip. Now, what this creates is that it makes the video pace really fast, like it sounds really fast. And that's really good, because people like Mr. Beast and all these people, they use this because, most people's attention span is really bad. Even you yourself, people who are watching it till now probably are good with the attention span, but a lot of people can't sit on a video for at least 5 minutes or 4 minutes. Or so if your video is like, let's say I'm going to try and do an example. Hey, my name is Jatin. I like to play cricket, and like, do you see how slow it is? Whereas a J-cut would be like, the editor will take it as like, hi, my name is Jatin and I like to play cricket. So it will become a lot more faster as well. The next is B-roll plus visual. Make sure the visuals and B-rolls are adding personality to your video and not just, again, random B-rolls. And then the last part is I don't over-edit. Under-editing is okay, but over-editing will kill your video. You do not want to just spam your video with edits, because it will lose the entire purpose of that video, because people will get so distracted that they will not know what the video is about. Now, let me show you an example of a video with a good script, good idea, good planning, good delivery, and good editing. So this was the script, as you can see. Let me show you how to make money using a vape. No, it's no smuggling. But before I show you, did you know an average teenager spends over £24 on vaping weekly? And then, look, I'm building curiosity for this entire time. But here's how you can make far more in return. Step 1. Go and grab your flavored vape. Again, this is just me extending the period of time until I give the actual value. Step 2, you have to dismantle the vape and then value. This is like almost 70% into the video, and then I'm giving the value. This is the most important step. You dash it in the bin, and instead you're going to invest the £24 into the S&P 500 every week, and in 40 years you should have over £500,000 tax-free in your bank account, as well as healthy lungs. You decide, favorite ear or a fat bank account. You see, like, this video fits / ticks all the boxes when it comes to good planning, good idea, good scripting, good even recording as well. I would recommend you go and find this video of mine. I'll actually show you how it looks. So in terms of views, on Instagram it did 1.3 million views, and on TikTok it did 2.4 million views. You can also go check the editing and the delivery on the actual video. You have to just scroll down on my TikTok or Instagram, and you'll be able to find it. But yeah, that's basically the entire process to create a solid video. And if you just follow this entire scripting structure / framework, I can guarantee you will go from 0 to 100,000 followers, and it will change your life. And if you want any other videos, or you want me to go in detail for a specific thing, then just let me know in the comments and I will make that video. I hope this helped, and make sure you subscribe, turn the bell on, and so that every time I upload, you get notified. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.